Okay. So yesterday we did setup for TestNG and we also know what is the uses of TestNG. So today we are going to learn how we to write as a test case using TestNG. How the structure
Go ahead.
Yeah, how the structure is done is using something called as annotations. So in TestNG, basically we use a couple of annotations. So the annotation is used to structurize the test case and the execution. Annotations, some of the annotations are at the rate. So annotation starts with at the rate. So test, which is mandatory, test, and then additional annotations are before test, after test, before suit, after suit, before method, and after method, before class, and then after class. So these are the annotations. So this we can say as add-on annotations. Okay, this is the mandatory annotation. Any class, if you create it as a TestNG class, like how a Java class should have a main method, so like that annotation at test should be mandatory for a TestNG class. Okay, so how to create a TestNG classes? It's a normal Java only. It's the TestNG is like a plugin to that. Okay, so create a normal Java class. Instead of main method, you will be writing a @test followed by a method name, any method name. Okay. So when you create like that, whatever method is annotated with @test is taken as a test case. So how it is now, for example, let me create a normal Java class, okay, without a main method. So first TestNG, okay, and then don't create a main method. So it's a normal Java class. Inside this, I just create public void login validation. Okay, anything. Okay, this is one. Sorry, this is one method. So you take each method. Now let me open one a test case example. Hmm. So see, this is one test case template. Yeah. Okay. Let me close and reopen the one which I wanted to open. So now see, this is one test case. Okay. So what you have to do, what is the test case name is? There is no test case name. So let's create one test case. Test case description or a test case name we can have, or test case ID, anything. Okay. Test ID also you can give. Any unique thing to identify this thing. So validate login. For validate login, we have this many steps and everything. Okay. Let us merge it. Done. So, okay. So this is one another test case. So what is the another test cases? Validate login for invalid user. Okay, these are the two test case. So manually, you know what you have to do is invalid user and valid user data. You have to check and validate whether login is giving the proper message for invalid test data, and login is successful when you give a valid test data. How do you automate it? Is now first you have to create a class for that particular module. Okay, so let us take this is one module. Okay, this module has a two test case. So module you can say as login. So this login has a two test case. Okay, we are going to automate. We are going to make the machine to execute like how you execute manually. So once this is the validate login. So what I'm going to create is I'm going to create a method called as validate login, and this method is a test case for me. Okay, so how you can handle it as a test case is by annotating with @test.
So what does it do?
Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to annotate with the @test. So when you write a test method annotated with @test, then this particular method is treated as a test case by the system. Okay, so this is how it is testng is developed. Then inside that method we have to write all the things. So instead of IRCTC, let us take other side for validating this login. For example, no, so I'm just taking one more site. Yeah, so let us take this site. Okay, so everything is the same, the test case, everything is the same. We are validating the login module, but these are the steps. So let's create the test case with all the steps. Okay, so how will you do? First you need to launch the browser and then you have to launch the URL. So let's do that. So I'm just copy pasting the first two lines from the other thing because I need the path of the Chrome driver and how to invoke the browser. Done. So first step is what is you are going to navigate to this URL. So driver.get and write that particular URL.
What did we say?
Sorry, Judy, your voice is breaking.
What was annotation? Tell me again. What does it do?
No, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to understand anything. Echoing also.
Okay, let me. Let me.
Can you ping in WhatsApp? I'm not able to understand. Yes, Judy.
Explain what annotation does again.
Annotations. Okay.
You are clear on your own, but I'm not clear to you.
Okay.
Explain what annotation tests do.
Okay. I'll do. So, okay. So let me first explain again what is annotations. So what is meant by an annotations is now, you know what is an annotations? It comes with testng. Okay. So what we are going to do is now you know how to access the web element and all. So this is the test case. Okay, for the module called login. Okay. So so as a tester, they will give you the sheet as a manual tester. You will do the steps, and if the steps are working compared to the expected result, you will update the status. So we are going to automate this. Okay, you know how to do these methods. I mean, do these steps, but how to act as a test case means you have to you have to create a class with the module name. Okay, it's done. Second, you have to create an individual test case. So here the individual test case, we are going to create it as a method with the test ID or with the test case name. So this is one test case, means one method with the test case name. Done, completed. Now like that another method also you can create it. Okay, so when you execute this method without the main, so you are not using main method to call this method. Instead you will be writing @test on top of the method, stating like this is one test method. Okay, so what it will happen is when you execute this test case, it will automatically pick all the method which has @test and it will start executing without creating an object, without using the main method. This is the advantage of using the testing. You need not have any main method or object creation to call the method. Instead, you will be writing the annotation. So based on that, it will pick all the method with the annotation test and it will start executing. Okay, this is the way. So what I have did is first I created a method validate login @test and I am doing the stepwise thing. This one you know, click on login link, enter username and password, click on sign in button. All these steps I'm going to write it here. I think we already wrote somewhere, so I'm just checking if we can just copy paste those things instead of completely writing again. So selenium, yeah. So this is for password and sign in button. Done. So the one test case is done. What is the second test cases? Validate login for invalid user. So again, what you have to write is create another test case, that is another method. Okay, this is an ordinary method. Ordinary method, if you wanted to execute, you need a main method and an object. But if you annotate with @test, then it will be executed automatically using using the testing. So what will happen is it will automatically pick the method that is annotated with @test and it will start executing. Okay, so this is the thing. So now if you create one class, one method, say public void validate something, validate a registration. Just an example, okay? If you write and if you don't annotate with @test, then this method will not get executed. Only the @test methods alone will get executed, okay? So now let's run. So here you have to run as test-ng test. So like that only you have to run. So when you run, it will behave as a test-ng execution. So automatically it will pick all the method with the @test and it will start executing. See, other than that, you are going to structurize the execution with annotations. See, second test is getting executed. That's what one more browser is opened. Yeah. So once the execution is done, you can see in the console. Okay, you can see in the console. You can just go how many test cases are executed to. One is passed and one is failed. So we don't know the reason for failure, no? So what you can do is you have to refresh it. They also give us a report. It will be created one folder called test output. It will be in your workspace. Just click on the text output, right click, go to properties. So you can see two report with Chrome icon, emailable report, index report. You can click both the report also. You can see this is the two tests got executed. Okay, two methods, one is passed and one is failed. See, failed method, you can see pass method, you can click, it's passed. You can click and see it's passed. So no other information is provided. For failed method, you can see this is the problem, that's why it is failed. So based on that, you will know whether it is a script issue or a functionality issue, and you can raise a bug. Okay, but we will see the most customized and good report also. This is just for the information. This is the TestNG report. So you know how to execute the test case, how to validate the report. So for then you can ask me what are the uses of the other add-on annotations. So these are the complementary annotations for this @test. Before this method runs, if you want to run some other method, then you can write the method annotated with @BeforeTest. So executing any test method, that particular method will be executed. And then after completing all the test method, after test method will get executed. Now, see, for example, this is a duplicate one for both the test case. So if you don't want to repeat it for all the test case, you can just write, or one more thing also you can do. So you don't want to create a new session. Okay, you don't want to create a new session for all the test case. What you can write is before test. So before executing any test, okay, what you can do is public void open browser, any name you can keep, and then this method you can write the lines for launching the browser. So this error is, what is this driver? Because you are initializing here, you can make this as a static. Okay. So what will happen now is, so the test method, it will pick and execute. No, before the test method gets executed, it will execute the before test. After all the test method get executed, it will execute the after test. Let's write that also. Okay, this is how before. So you can write driver dot wait. So all the windows open in that session will be closed. Okay, let's run and see how this works. Yeah. So see, the test case executed, but the test case, the report will be generated only for the @test. These are the complementary or supportive to execute the test case. Okay. So this is how the before test and after test work. What is before method and after method is? So these methods, no, before each @test gets executed, before method will be executed, not once like before test. Before method will be executed before every test method. So what you can write is, now if I wanted to launch the URL, every time I don't want to repeat it for every test case, but it has to be launched before each test case gets executed. Then you can write it in the before method. After method means if you want to write any steps for you wanted to do after every test case, then you can write it in the after method. So this annotations, we have a few before suit, after suit, before class, after class, that I will take it tomorrow. Today this is fine. So I want you guys to please practice all the annotations, and let's learn the other annotations tomorrow. Okay,
Okay. Thank you very much.
no problem. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.